you. we're not in Vietnam. Hey, good morning, Quebec, good morning, Twitch, good morning, YouTube, good morning, everyone. It's so bright in here, what the hell? Are you okay, Cam? Seems like it's a bit bright, no? There you go. Easy. Hey, what's up? Another week starting on the Datsun. Let's go. Man, what a huge weekend. Honestly, that was huge. That was so cool. Basically, well, in fact, it was mostly Sunday where I had the last competition of the summer, which means summer is over. Yeah, the car season, pretty cars is over, and but that's part of the game, you know. So basically I had a blast on Sunday. I did drive a lot of different cars, which was pretty awesome, so I'm super happy with that. Hey, let's put back some music, shall we? Let's go, boom. So yeah, so basically I had really a good weekend, and yesterday I had to take off because I was destroyed from my Sunday. Seems like it's I was super tired and low energy because I did drive quite a lot of different car, which mean I feel like I've focused way too much for my age now. But yeah, honestly that was so amazing, and like I cannot wait for that thing to drive, because honestly this weekend I drove three cars that were more powerful than my BMW M3, and gosh, I need that in my life. I'm not exactly sure that it's gonna pay while doing slalom, because basically most of the cars that are super powerful, I can beat them with the raw time, not even the packs, but the raw time with the M3. So the M3 is amazing, we're not gonna lie about that, it's a really awesome car. But yeah, so I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna be faster with that in autocross, but I'm gonna be definitely faster at hitting cones, which is pretty good to test our ability over there and get, you know, a bit more of this reflex and like just not thinking while doing something. So that's gonna be awesome. With that said, what is the mission this week? This week we're going to aim for one main thing. Everything's in the title, the cable management. Think of a PC, think of a desk when everything's looking neat, you have a gamer setup. Well, this is basically the gamer setup of cars that we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to complete the wiring loom this week, and this is going to be possible probably with that. So what is that? This is the same kind of sleeves that I bought previously. However, it's a little different because it's open on the side, which means I'm gonna be able to use that to wrap the places I cannot get an easy access to. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it properly, but first thing first, it seems way more heavy duty than the other one, which is pretty awesome. I mean, the other one seems good, that one looks amazing. It costs quite a bit. I mean, that roll, I think it was almost $80 for protection sleeve. It's something really not cheap. Usually the plastic one, you will have the same kind of things for maybe $12 to $15, so just so you know. But yeah, so if you want to see, it's dark, it doesn't like it, but yeah, so that's it. And you can open it on the side, slip the wiring loom in there, and then use that to protect. And because there is so much overlapping, you can go from a really small wire to basically I think it's a 1.25 inches, something like that. So yeah, so we're gonna have fun with that. Honestly, that's gonna be awesome. All right, so I think we're gonna go straight ahead with that. We're gonna dive straight into it. Basically, the idea this morning, today in fact, and maybe even tomorrow if we're not finished, is to complete the loom inside the engine bay and then move inside the car. It's not going to be the most entertaining week, but I feel like when I'm gonna be done with the wiring loom, it's gonna be such a huge thing off of my head. Just have to focus then on the steering column, and once this is done, for real, this time we're going straight onto the engine. So once the steering column is done, we are reassembling everything under the car. We're pushing the car outside, and we're gonna have all the space. I'm gonna do a huge cleanup to remove as much dust as possible, and then we're going to start reassembling the engine and building our engine, in fact. So that's gonna be awesome, but for that, I really want everything to be tackled down in here. If we have time, if I have the patience for that, I also receive everything to make the brake lines all around the car, which is honestly pretty cool. So we're gonna have one line moving at the top there, coming back down to the front right wheel, one going straight to the front left wheel, and then a line going to the back of the car. So I also bought the new T-shape divider at the back, which gonna feed both real wheels, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for now. So wiring loom, once it's done, steering column, once it's done, either the engine or the brake system. Brake system could be cool to tackle down right now. Is it me or the music is quite loud? Is it better? That sounds better. All right, so yeah, so let's go. We have a good week in front of us, and honestly, wiring loom could be done in less time than we think. Oh yeah, and when we're gonna have most of the thing wrapped in here, we're gonna re-add probably today, in fact, this afternoon. We're gonna put back the light in place, maybe even go and bring back the bumper beam with the flasher in them, and a horn and stuff like that, just so we know where everything is sitting. Maybe even the fenders in there, which means we're gonna have the side marker, and we're gonna extend our loom, like, you know what I already said, that we're gonna have to extend from where we are placing our loom now instead of where it was, so we have plenty of wire going to the lights and stuff. We're gonna do that this week. I received absolutely everything I need for that. We have, I think it's at the back here, we have the Dutch connector things. Is it? Yeah, it's in the back of the car, I think. There you go. Just need to revalidate that we have enough things in there. But yeah, so basically I bought this kit right here. So this is some classic Dutch connector, which are really awesome, honestly. Basically, for those who don't know, Dutch connector are the gray and orange kind of connector that you can find in a lot of things, but usually more the high-end things, just because they are super good, super easy to work with. Basically, you need one plier for a specific size of, well, one crimper, I meant, for a specific size of wires, and another crimper if you're doing bigger wire. But over than that, everything's working all the same. Since the pins are round, you're basically just slipping the wire inside the pin, then put the crimp around the wire and the pin and press it, and it's crimping really, really well. So yeah, this is the kind of connector we're talking about here. We might be using something like this for the bottom part that we need to extend. I'm gonna have to count how many wires we have to extend, and then split that in smaller connector at the top. So like the lights are 3 wires, so we have a bunch of 3 pins connector and stuff like that. So this is probably what's going to happen. That's gonna be the idea with that. So yeah, if we're looking right here, because right now I have yeah, I have a bunch of different things, but basically if we're looking at it here, this is it, and this is the receiver. No, this is the receiver. So you see, basically you are pinning your wires in here. Then there is a grommet going on top just to waterproof it, and then you're just going to have like this, that little connection here, if I can make it work, and it's gonna do click, and you're gonna be fine with that. So this is the idea. So this is how it's working, and I'm saying that and I'm doing that wrong because this is in fact, oh yeah, no, I'm right on that one. Yeah, and that's gonna be the pins there. Yep. So that's it. So we're gonna have to take a look on how to do that exactly. And then when I was talking about the round pins, there you go. We cannot really see them, but yeah, so basically all the pins are round, which is pretty easy to work with. And I think I do have...
Bradbury?
Sheesh, what's up, Val? Good morning. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I had the crimper, I think it's also in the box over there, so that's it. But yeah, so we're gonna work with that later on, so pretty happy with that. Round pins, wow. Just like my peep. Wait, what? Who said that? So, extension of the wiring loom coming soon. I'm gonna put that not too far, in fact. All right, if I don't remember where I put that, it's right there on top of a little box here. Gotta remember that. Bon matin, Val, comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu? J'ai conduit tellement de chars cool en fin de semaine, c'était sick. J'ai conduit un Golf R à clutch stage 2 environ, fait 400 HP basically. J'ai conduit un Camaro SS genre 2018-2020 de 450 à 500 HP, puis un Subaru STI d'un 300 HP. Toutes des chars plus puissants que mon BMW, tout en slalom. And I basically beat by 2 to 4 seconds everyone on their own car. The only difference is stage 2 technically through, mais tu peux dire downpipe tune. Same thing. The only thing I was say 2 to 4 seconds, and just because I know he's in here, I beat him by 2 seconds at first, I think, and then Kev, who's in the chat, and Arky, that's the guy with the Golf R, basically managed to do a super quick run in Fun Run and come 1 second closer to me. Like, what basically was 1 second almost flat away from me, which was insane and gave me all the data to look at how I managed, what section I did better, what section he was better with his car, and that was like mental. Honestly, that was so cool. Thank you again, Kev. That was just insanely good. And yesterday when we were looking at the data together, honestly, I was like, yep, I need that setup. Yep, I need that because I want to see what kind of things I'm doing, and I want to see where I can be consistent or where I'm not so good at being consistent, where am I having like always the same time and where I'm not. So that's gonna be a thing. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing yesterday. That was so cool. Wiring loom. Let's jump right into that. Dual side. Hey, easy. So the way I think we're gonna do that this morning. Mais Kev, tu sais ce qu'on dit, hein? Les stages 1, 2, 3, c'est juste de la bullshit, là. Ça fait juste flasher. C'est juste plus facile à dire pour les gens qui connaissent pas ce qu'ils ont fait à leur char. So yeah, so basically what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna start from here and go around that loom here up to there. Basically we're gonna wrap that with the new sleeve we bought, so we're gonna have everything secure. Then do that wiring loop up here and that little one there. That one, I think I'm gonna take time to put the other kind, just because that one's gonna be way too big and less aesthetical. So I'm gonna take time to remove the horn relay that's under here, and then remove the 3 pins and put a proper sleeve on them. But for the rest, where it's quite big, we're gonna use the new one. For those who were not there, what I'm talking about is this kind of sleeves that you can basically open up on the side and is in really great material. So that's gonna be awesome. it's gonna be well protected. Fun fact, technically that sleeve here is rated for a less higher amount of heat than the other one, but I feel like it's like the other one might be lying to us, because when putting the heat gun on the other one, it's not that great, honestly. It's good. It's just not like, I think it's advertised at 600 Celsius, and it makes no freaking sense on how it reacts. It says for the melting point, so when I'm putting the heat gun, it does react, but maybe it takes a lot more to make it melt, because I had to use a flame, a naked flame to melt the end of it. But yeah, you know, just feel a bit weird. So we have 25 feet of that one, so we're gonna see how it works. But yeah, should be good. So let's go. So basically the idea here is gonna have, it's gonna be to have these wires that are not used yet to still hang out of the loom, but at the same time get everything in place. So I'm gonna have to remove that little, I'm gonna take a cutter. Yes, it's gonna be clean. And that's exactly what I was saying. Basically, I will love this week to be done with the loom, just so I don't have to think about it again. Like everything in place, everything well done. That will be just so awesome, to be fair. So we're gonna try to wrap that a little bit so everything is tight together. Because basically, if this week we're done with the wiring loom, next week we're gonna aim for the steering column. Then we're gonna decide if we're leaving the brake for later on, or we're doing them right now. And no matter what, after that, it's the engine. An engine should take a week to, between 1 and 2 weeks to reassemble, and once it is done, everything's validated, like the clearance and everything, we're gonna be ready to put that in the car. Then it's gonna be transmission that I still need to order, and clutch, transmission, and then I'm gonna find a shop. I'm gonna take the measurement for the drive shaft, but technically I think I can, if I put the yoke at the end of the transmission, I think I'm able to start the engine without having the drive shaft in it. So before Christmas, engine starting, that's the goal. So I'm gonna have a big order to make, and we're gonna have still plenty of work to do. So as you can see now, I'm using a knife to cut the things, because right now I see a lot of bad things happening in here, because I didn't use one last week. So we're gonna make it clean again now that we are pretty sure everything's gonna be this way. I can't believe that summer is already over, that I spent like the last 3 months on this car doing, like, having my best life for that one, and that the racing season is already over. That's crazy. So basically what I'm doing right now is making sure that everything is gonna stay tight together, because basically you don't want the wire to have vibration once against each other, which will cause the protection on them to eventually wear off and cause maybe a short circuit, which will be quite bad, not gonna lie. That's not what we want. So this one here, we're gonna use the small one. Oh, ew. So what I'm gonna try with that one is just to go around. Is it on the good side? Yeah, go around it a couple of turns, then lock it at the top, so that way it should hold together quite well over time, because I've seen a lot of people use that kind of wire this way, that kind of tape this way, I meant. Just need to make sure it's tight enough. And then cut that, and then we're gonna be able to put the sleeve on that. Ooh. So this is hanging, and this is what we want. Then this can still put a little bit of tape here. I think I'm going a bit overkill, but that's what I want. Everything's gonna be overkill on that car, right? Man, even tonight it's my last go-kart race. I still need to take the info, like up to when we have. I just don't know when I'm gonna have time for doing the go-kart race I want to do. That's gonna be a hard one. Like, I have a lot of people interested in it, but I still need to find the time for that. Why am I so busy? There we go. Sheesh. That's gonna look good. So basically that's the idea right here. Doing something like this, like that, and I'm gonna try to make it spin a little bit, so like the opening on it is not going to be always at the same spot. What is the one? Overflow tank. We're just gonna let that hang out of it for now. Someone's writing to me. There we go. Oh, that one's not looking clean, eh? Might as well redo that part here, because the tape is already sticking out of it. Shame on last week, Anthony, because we have to redo his job. That motherfucker. I just had a crazy idea. Am I trying to go all around it with one sleeve? That could be good. Hey, yo, Blue! Crinkly wire. Hey, what's up, my man? How was your weekend, boy? Hope it was crazy, just as crazy as mine. Alright, then let's start doing a bit of the same thing, but with a bit more pressure on it, so it won't unwrap itself. Yeah, but now this morning what's fun is that we are hiding the wires, so that's gonna look cool and less a bit less of a clusterfuck, which we love. Like seeing nothing crazy. What happened with yours? On Sunday was my last racing competition, so, and like since my season was already done for like the championship, well then I proposed to drive the car of a few people, like anyone ready to lend me their car. I was offering that I use one of my run to drive their car, and so they can see what I'm doing with that. And basically, yeah, I beat almost everyone on their own car, which was awesome. But like the thing is, I also drive some crazy cars. Like 3 of the 4 that I drove were more powerful than the BMW I'm usually driving, which is awesome because this is challenging me to see if I'm able to do something. Oh, and yeah, also Val, if you're still in here, I drove the Honda Fit as well, and Flo did try one run at the end of the day. She did drive the Fit. So my girlfriend tried driving on a racetrack for the first time, and that was so freaking epic. I was so proud of her because she was always telling me, nah, I'm gonna be bad, I'm not gonna be good, nah, nah, nah. And I managed to convince her, and that was the most awesome thing ever. I'm so proud of her. I always get the nicest one available. Free test drive, yeah! It's fun to test different car, honestly. And like, all right, front cam. You wanna know the best thing people can tell me when they are like giving me the keys for their car and they are sitting on the passenger seat. Again, this weekend, one guy told me he had a Camaro SS like 2018, 2020, something like this, and like, you know, a really cool car. It's not stock, so it has a 450 to 500 HP under the hood, like quite a good beast. And he told me it was the first time, like when I was about to go and drive the car, he said to me it's the first time he's sitting on the passenger seat. Nobody had the right to drive that car ever since like he owned it and everything. So basically I was the first one to have the right to drive it, and it's not like a test drive on the road. He's freaking giving it to me on a racetrack where the only purpose is to freaking push the car to its limit. If that's not confidence in me and my driving skill, I don't know what that is. Honestly, that's blowing my mind, because I've been thinking of that. Like the little Honda Fit I bought is basically to start breaking that thing with me, which I have difficulties to give my stuff, to just share my stuff with some people, the things of value. Like there's plenty of stuff I don't care about. I'm really good at sharing time with people, giving them time, giving them like tips. Like that's why I love coaching. That's why I love teaching. That's something I think knowledge and time, I can give plenty of that. I love it. However, when it comes to like my BMW, when it comes to things of value that I have, ooh, I always have that weird feeling where I'm like, what if something bad happens? And like that's something that I have a bit of a struggle with. So people like going over that feeling for me, like it blows my mind. The Datsun's gonna have no traction control, no ABS, no nothing. I won't be able to share it with anyone. I won't be able to say, hey, take the keys, go for a drive with it, because basically that car is gonna be mental, but that car is gonna be dangerous. To be fair, not gonna lie, that car is gonna be dangerous because it's gonna be too powerful for its own good, and that's a straight fact. Like I know it, and yeah. But yeah, so basically that's why I bought the Honda Fit. And this weekend, that's another thing. There's a girl that was her second event in autocross, and basically the first one was the previous one, so I did coach her. She was driving her own BMW, a recent one, and I was like, okay, yeah, you're doing great, and then everything was going good. And this weekend she was driving with her father like a Yaris, but with a turbo on it, and like a crazy Yaris, to be fair, like really wide tires and stuff. It was crazy, honestly. It was super cool to see, but it started to have mechanical issue in the morning, like at the end of the morning, which mean their day was over already. And in the afternoon, I was just like, hey, take my fit and go freaking drive your runs out there. And she was like, you're sure? Like, I don't want to break it. If you crash in a wall, I'm gonna fucking laugh. I don't care about that car. It's just for fun. And like, she was like, all right then. And she get on the driver's seat, I get in the passenger seat. She starts driving it, and I had like some really old racing tires on it, and it's at some part it starts sliding, and she took just a bit too long to counter steer the thing. So when she did the counter steered, she basically launched it in a 180 degrees. We went into the sand, and it was so funny because like we had the windows open, so we had sands everywhere on the dashboard, a lot of smoke inside the car. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, just turn it on again and send it. And like, she was like, oh no. And she was just driving the end of her run. And we were just at the first 25% of the run. So she still had like 3/4 of it to do. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm just focused, drive, send it. And when we finished, she came back to the line, and she was like, all right, where do you want me to park? You still have one. The guy told me if you want to do another one, just go right again in the lineup for the starting line, and you're gonna be good. And she's like, you sure? Yeah. I mean, you had a spin. Time to do it, but clean this time. She get onto the starting line, and she sent it back, and she did amazingly good with the car. So I was super proud, because basically if I was like, hey, no, you spin the car, I'm not feeling well about this, she would have ended up the season, end up the event on like kind of a bad feeling. But when we finished the last run, she had the smile up here, and she was like just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was like, no problem, like the car, I bought it for that. And if I have friends that want to try it, like Lady O, I want next summer to probably put something like reasonably good tires on it, better brakes, and just do the maintenance of it at the beginning of summer, and be able to say, hey, just find a way to bring the car to the track, because I'm gonna have to bring my BMW, and other than that, you're more than welcome to use it. That's my mindset for that car. I want to be able to say, hey, that's a car to share with people who wants to try but don't have the car to try it properly. So that's the thing. That's why I missed a few messages there. Let's go back to Kev, who wrote something up here. Please chat, yeah, maybe later. Sounds good. Okay, bye. Okay, personally, I could have asked for a better first time as a passenger. I'm still not sure. I wouldn't be sick with someone less smooth behind the wheel. Fair. Honestly, like I told you, being passenger, I'm not stressed usually, except with newer people, because they are really sketchy on how they give the steering input and how they manage throttle and brakes. So that's honestly, I'm pretty sure you will get sick. It's not great when someone's not smooth. It doesn't feel as good. That's what she said. If I am a girl myself, can I do the bad joke? Une femme au volant. Yes, you can do that joke. I love it. I would be your passenger. Honestly, I already told you with that, and maybe even Andre and David will be ready to test it. So that will be awesome. Told me I can drive it whenever I want. Nice. Oh, the Triumph's like the small old car. Because basically Triumph is also, there's a brand of motorcycle. Oh shit, that's cool. You can drive it on the track. He doesn't have to know that, right? I love it. I love it so much. Because yeah, Blue basically, me and Lady All this summer she went 2 times to one of my competition, and she was my passenger, and we have a few picture where we are on 3 wheels with like the front wheel being 3 to 4 inches off the ground, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, it's always badass to have those kind of picture. Like I have plenty of them now, but it's just so cool. So yeah, that's good to know, Lady O. But yeah, for the first one, honestly, the Honda Fit will be great. I managed to do something good because also I drove it 3 runs in the morning trying to see am I able to do something with front wheel drive when I'm used to rear wheel drive, and the answer is yes, because on my third run I managed to pull a second and a half of my best time so far with a clean run, and gosh, it was feeling good. Like it wasn't super fast, but looking at it, I will have been like maybe close to the half pack, a bit lower than a half pack of my category, my usual category, and the car is not prepared at all for the racing. I just basically put some old racing tires on it. Oh, and did an oil change. More HP. But yeah, so basically that was it, the preparation for the car. And at some point I was going between a few gates on third, because it was like a fast spot there, and I had to brake, come back on on second gear, and turn a sharp 90 degrees left. And when I lifted the throttle pedal, the car started to become loose from the rear end. Then I started braking, then it comes a little bit more on the side, so I just did that and kept the foot on the brake just so I still managed to decelerate enough. Switch to second gear, and when I unclutch and engage the second gear, basically it's stick, turn, and I was done with my 90 degrees left and was able to just go right there where I wanted to be. So I managed to pull like some kind of a slide, under control slide while braking, and just flipping the car around a cone and go straight where I needed to go. So that was like just there. It was like, yep, that's all right. I know what to do now. I feel it was fun because you were driving it. I think I don't trust anybody else except me to be that crazy behind the steering. Not staring. Staring is like this. But yeah, no, honestly, yeah, I know what you mean. There's a few other drivers that I could tell you, like, jump in their car, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna have a really good fun. Kev, right in here, definitely, because the guy, I'm not sure, Kev, are you okay if I'm talking just a little bit about your condition? I just want to make sure. I just don't want to be like saying everything on the internet, because you know it's the internet. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for his answers. But yeah, basically there's people like Kev, Daryl with the Mustang. Go ahead, but I have to step out for a few minutes so I can correct you. It's all good. Anyway, I'm just gonna go really quickly over it. Basically, Kev, the reason why he was saying I wasn't sure if I was going to get sick or if I would get sick with someone else is because the guy has a condition where if anyone in here tried to do some VR and got motion sickness, well, he gets that when doing huge braking and turning action. A few years ago, he was doing lapping on a racetrack and basically had a problem where he doesn't even remember the last lap he did and had to be put inside an ambulance. Like, ambulance had to be called and he had to go to the hospital. So that's really something that can get out of hand really quickly. And he discovered that slalom is not as bad, because compared to lapping, doing lapping, you're doing long turn with a lot of g-force on the same side for a really long time, where in slalom you're always doing different inputs all over the place, which means the guy discovered that slalom is working so far, and it's helping him building some immunity, I will say, against that feeling. So he's doing that, he's doing some VR, and this weekend he for the first time jumped as a passenger in a car. It was his own car and I was the driver, and he wasn't sure about the idea, but it's his girlfriend and his stepbrother, I think. I don't know exactly the family link. I think it's the brother of his girlfriend, if I'm not wrong. So basically, they convince him, and the guy I'm talking about, the stepbrother or something, brother-in-law. That's the word I was looking for. It's the guy with the 700 HP Mustang. Just so you make all the links. So the Mustang I drove 2 events ago, that's the guy convincing him to jump as a passenger while I'm driving the car, because he was saying the guy is smooth enough, I think you're gonna be all right. And we did that. He survived the run and managed to pull a super good time with what he saw from my driving style in his last run. That's awesome. So yeah, so basically the guy, it's mostly I think when he's turning right, because it's not the same thing, but it's just like the kind of balance in the ear, like you know how you have like a liquid pocket helping you with how you're balancing yourself. Well, this is where he has a bit of a problem in there, like really a condition that he cannot really work on. Like he said, now he's better with acceleration and stuff like that, because you can fake it in VR. You can also do it often enough on the road, but it's really sharp turns for a long time and braking situation that are harder to work on right now. So yeah, this weekend we had the chance to test that, and he survived, which is awesome, because he already told me that it could take up to 2 days, which means no working, no nothing during 2 days if he was getting sick. Like he told me, if at the middle of the run I'm saying, hey, slow down, you have to slow down. So that's awesome. This weekend, that was like one of the biggest highlight of the weekend. So that's awesome. Now I talk so much, I need to drink something. Yep, congrats on him, honestly. Having the guts to do something like that out of your like safe zone, that's awesome. I mean honestly, that's life. If you want to know my point of view on that, if you're not sometimes going out of your comfort zone, I've never done that. I will really love it. I would really, really love it. That seems awesome. You probably did, right? Knowing you, Val, you probably did. Dual side. All right, let's try to just go ahead and, in fact, maybe I can even do this and do that. Oh yeah, I need to make sure I'm not, yeah, that's gonna be it. I was thinking to do it next year. I'm looking for people to do it with me. Oh shit, honestly, keep me posted with that. Like, I don't want to die, but I feel like enough people are doing that, that it's safe. So I will be really keen to do that. At some point, we were maybe supposed to try it with my girlfriend's uncle, because he was planning on trying to get his solo certification for that, and he just missed like spare time to do it in the end. So yeah, I will be up for it. Honestly, I know David did it so far. Like not the certification, but try the jump. So yeah, I don't even know how you say that in English. Damn. There you go. And then here, there's gonna be the ground. I'm gonna go too crazy on that. I'm gonna stitch that one. That will be cool. I feel like it's a solid experience to do that. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just putting a bit of electrical tape so I can lock it in some specific spot, which means it's gonna be protected really, really well and not sliding and unwrapping itself. And again, we are with the really good electrical tapes suggested by Micah. Oh my god, I butchered that word so badly. That was crazy good. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Look at this. It's looking great. So we're gonna have a bunch of wire hanging from it, just because these, that was dangerous, because these wires are still not locked on their placement so far. So that's gonna be part of the game. But yeah, so far so good. So like I said, I feel like, let me move the camera a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna try to go ahead and wrap everything under here at once, like go all the way around it, and then end up this sleeve somewhere around here probably, because here everything's splitting up and we just have a few wires. So that will be super clean to have just one and not a lot of connection instead. So let's try that. So here you see I'm gonna have to basically make sure I'm splitting that open like this. And then, so many things. Oh man, honestly, like I said, it was a bit pricey, but gosh, that wrap is so worth it. It's looking good, it's working great. And then we're gonna secure everything, and that way we're gonna make sure everything is sitting in place. That's so good. Oh, and by the way, Val, I don't think Flo will follow us on that idea, so just telling you, I don't think that's gonna be her thing. I think she's gonna be like, nope, 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 nope. Big nope. You crazy. If you wanna go kill yourself, do it alone. Not with me. That's what she's going to tell me. Bam! That's looking clean. Oh yeah, that's why I am searching for crazy person like me. Love it. I love it. That's the spirit. All right, I think we're gonna be good with that. So I'm gonna cut it here, and then we're just going to have to go ahead and yeah. So I'm gonna cut it right here because everything seems pretty in place, pretty good. So let's go. I don't know how good or not it's gonna cut, so like I have no idea what to expect with that. So far, not too bad. I think I'm gonna have to burn the end of it, just like the other one. That's gonna be a tough one. Let me try to grab the better knife in here. Hopefully it's still good, because that one had such a good blade. Yes, it is better. And try to not cut the original sticker. There, boom. Hey, don't go away. Who you? Let me grab the torch, so we're gonna be able to burn the end of it. Oh. At least if I die, my husband can take care of our kids. At least if I die, Flo can take care of the dog and the cat. So we're good. We're both good on that. So right here, I'm gonna try to melt it a little bit, just so it's not going to unwrap itself at some point, like it's not going to start unstitching itself. Man, that bottle has difficulties. Well, is it stripped? That's why. Damn. I feel like it's just stripped in there. That's why it's not working great. I'm trying not to burn the wire and not to burn myself. It's hard to keep it open for that. Whew, that was hot. Hey, it's crazy how wiring wrap is doing a great job at hiding the pain, right? Like the wires were looking disgusting, and now it's starting to look so clean. It's just mental how good it is. Boom, that's it. Like, my plan is to make sure we're not seeing a lot of wires in here. So that's what we are aiming for. And that's gonna be taped right here. So basically, before taping the end of it, I'm gonna make sure I'm able to make everything in here work the way I plan it to be. I'm gonna unwrap that one. Hey, good morning, Hawk. How you doing? How was the weekend? I hope it was great. In fact, I asked it to you last night, I think. But I don't think you ever answered to that. So, how was the weekend? Oh yeah, you said it was relaxing and no Kraken cupcakes. That's true. That is true. So I do remember now. Bam! Look at this. That's so good. And can I even go even further and wrap it on top? Yes, I can. If we can move that just like this. Boom. Oh gosh, that's looking great. Let me tape the connection in here, and here that's gonna be the place where we're gonna have to extend the loom. Come on, it's not like it was that crazy the other weekend, right? Right? Because yeah, chat, she had quite a crazy weekend the other weekend. You know, camping stuff, classic. Where's the knife now? I had it a few seconds ago. Where's my knife? It's there. I went through 2 bottles of Kraken myself. That's crazy. Honestly, that's way more than I could take, I think. Like, I'm not doing bad on beers, but on like Kraken and stuff like that, whew, not sure that will be my thing. There and there. Now let's try to put the new things I bought that are over here. That's more than anyone should drink. Fair. Fair, 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 fair. All right. Front cam. So what do we have here? Basically, I bought a bunch of stuff, like a proper kit for doing that kind of things in here, which are basically all the mounting hardware for the wiring loom inside a car. So basically you have like tie wraps with something to pin inside holes in the car and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to lock the wiring loom right in place. Honestly, me this weekend, I drink a few beers, but that's it, because I was driving Sunday on the racetrack, and that was freaking awesome. Oh yeah, you missed the story, Hawk, but basically, long story short, I didn't drive my BMW. I bring the Honda Fit we worked on stream a few months ago. I put some old racing tires on it, which were pretty bad, but at the same time pretty good for what I intended to do with the car that's not prepped for race. And then at some point, a girl who tried slalom, not this event, but the previous event for the first time. She was back with her father again, and they were driving the same car, but the car had a mechanical issue. And in the afternoon, I just proposed her to take my car. So I shared my Fit with her, and she drove 2 runs on it, and the first one she did a spin where she went straight into the sand, and I was laughing. She was feeling bad. She was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was like, that's so good, there's sand everywhere, that's so funny, let's go start it again and throw it, let's go sand it. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, I don't care, that's exactly what the car is intended to do, go. And then at the end of the run, she was like, okay, where do I park it? Oh no, you can go again and on the starting line. The guy said just jump right in there. And she was like, you sure? Yeah, go ahead, second run. And she was like, but like, you don't care, I almost crashed. No, send it, girl. And she did it. She did a second run, and that run was so clean and so good. That was insane. So that was the first highlight. Second highlight, my girlfriend also tried with the Honda Fit a run. I gave her one of my tried, and she tried it for the first time. So she drove on a racetrack for the first time, and she was quite good, honestly. Like, I will be so curious to see if she was ready to, like, if she decide to do an entire event. I will be really curious to see the progression through the day, because in one run she did manage to do quite a good time with some quite good driving, and there was like plenty places where she could have been harder on the car and everything. But for a first try ever on a racetrack, wow, I was impressed. So that was super cool. So that was the highlight of my weekend, and I really loved that. So yeah, that's cool. Dual side. All right, so with that said, what we're gonna try to do right now is to basically, you don't have to see that, we can see just this. We're gonna try to use that to lock this in place and make sure everything's gonna be like everything's gonna be okay and working properly. So let's do that. So if I'm doing this and taking that, like here, the only thing you have to see to understand, like, why is it such a big deal? Oh, sorry for that. Oh, that was disgusting. What a burp, a dirty burp. Basically, this is the reason why I bought a special kit. This is gonna be able to pin right inside the car and clip in there. So normally, that kind of drilled hole in here, I should be able to clip that in here and hear a little click, and yeah, it's gonna work. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just going to make sure in what side I need to, I think it's that one. Yeah, it is that one. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start it like without tightening it up at all. Like this, if you click, and then bring that here and push it. And there, it shouldn't be able to get removed, and I'm gonna be able to push that right there. Boom, lock. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And I don't know if I want to use the same kind of clip all the way around. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but we're gonna try to make it fit. Oh, also, Hawk, okay, bye. One quick question for you. What's basically the new schedule of TFG like? It seems to be quite different for him to tell everyone, but I haven't looked at it. So I was just wondering. Am I okay with that one? I put it on the wrong side. I'll try to unpin that then. I was asking what's the main difference on TFG's schedule? Like I saw the message when he's going live that there's a new schedule, but I haven't really spotted the difference so far because I'm in the garage, I'm doing something else and stuff like that, so I'm most of the time lurking at the moment. So yeah, I was just wondering if you can, because since you're in awesome mud, you probably know the answer. Can I unpin that so it's gonna be removed? I'm not sure. Do I have a little pin in here I can use? Maybe not. Like, was it a huge change in his schedule or not that much? It's whenever he feels like it. For real? Is it like he doesn't have a really much of a schedule now? Because he was really doing a... I mean, makes sense. Just like yesterday, I wasn't feeling like it because I was so tired of the weekend on the racetrack that I basically went like, well, I'm just playing Tarkov today, and I got my first Light X. Let's go! So that was a win. Honestly, worth everything in there. All right, so that's gonna be better. Basically, right now I just switch it from one side to the other because it wasn't going to work well. And then with that, this. Literally, he's not setting one. He wants to do one long string, but want to find when the sweet spot is for a longer time frame. Oh, sounds great. Sounds great. Makes sense. It makes sense because honestly, I can see why. Like just me doing 2 hours in the morning and 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon. If I was able to not eat, like if I was not human, that will be really awesome because I will go all the way through the morning and the afternoon, and it will be better because whenever you are cutting the stream, it's harder to get people back in there afterwards. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But like, you know, I have to get a lunch because basically I'm not eating a breakfast in the morning. So right now I'm working on the car without having eating anything, and I'm gonna be doing that for like 2 hours. So yeah, I need to go eat something after that. Yo, that's gotta be clean. I'm muted, and the first thing I hear is, if I was not human, it will be awesome. well, that's not entirely false, right? I was saying that if I was able to not eat, during my lunchtime, that would be great. Yeah, I know why it's a concern. However, he can manage to eat on stream, like basically he can eat without just turning off the cam, something like that. Like people are doing that and it's fine. It's not taking long to eat when you're gaming and stuff, so that's okay. I will say on my side, I think about that and I was like, yeah, no, I cannot like go away for 15 minutes putting a be right back screen on there and eat like really fast and come back here. Like it will make no sense, and I cannot eat while doing this because dirty hand all the time, you know. So basically that's my main concern on why I'm not doing that. But at the same time I'm like, yeah, I kind of really like the fact of taking a good break during lunchtime, because when I'm doing a job that I feel like are really boring for me, or like, because yeah, there's part where I'm a bit lazy to do, it's the 2 hour break is just so good for making me to put me back in the good mood to work on the car. So and doing awesome stuff like this. Yo, look at how good it looks. Honestly, guys, I'm really happy with that. I'm stoked on how good it looks. From experience, you can survive with only 1 or 2 granola bar for a few hours. Not that I recommend it every day. Well, yeah, fair. I saw that on Sunday. Fair. This, like that. We're gonna tackle on that one right here, and that's the same thing. We're gonna be able to pin it in the last hole we left in there, which is awesome. I'm gonna try another kind of thing in here. I just want to see how these works. These one right here, basically they are clipping. Oh yeah, but they are for really small. Well, not too bad. I'm gonna take the wrap here. I'm gonna try it. So basically I have to use this amount right here. There you go. Hopefully we will have enough of this to do the inside of the car, like behind basically the dashboard. That will be great, because I was to put back the plastic one, but I would love to put that one instead. Future me will say wow every time he has to go there. Alright, let me burn the end of it so that we don't have any... Ow! That was hot for my fingers. It burnt a little bit. A little bit. That's working better. There you go. I kind of burned the tip of my finger, but just a little bit so I can feel it, but it's not bad. So yeah. Take care, kids. Fire burns. The more you know. Bam! Boy, I need you. Don't go away. So there. I shouldn't have tied it up just yet, but hey, it's done, it's done. Let's just go ahead and try to pass the tape around here. Here. That's gonna be a tough one. Pom, 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 pom. There you go. Not too bad, not too bad. The top one here, I don't have to lock it up, I think. If I'm using that other one, let's try this one now. That will be so cool to use that one. Just because I want to use something different. Honestly, there's no point. There's not really a point with me using that one. Is that the biggest one though? Because I think I will need just one size bigger maybe. Or maybe not. It might be okay if I'm lucky. Hey, that's a click. We're gonna try to slip it a little bit. There you go. That's also a click. There you go. Boom. It's doing a little bit of a bubble in here, but that's not a big deal. Hey, there we go. Wiring loom looking neat. So right now I think what I'm gonna do is already finish that one here. Then we're gonna move at the bottom there and drill 2 holes the same size as these ones we had here to just use the same kind of things as here, the tie wrap one, to keep the wiring loom against the firewall there. Well, not the firewall, but the radiator mount. And yeah, so first of all, let's remove the little panel here. I'm gonna reset the camera in a better position for that one. Allow me to move you a little bit. There we go. So basically we're gonna do this yellow 3-wire loom there. I love seeing some quick progression like this on a Tuesday morning. That's cool. I was to say Monday morning, to be fair. I feel like it's Monday. I don't feel like it's freaking Tuesday already. So this one here, we're gonna let it hang there. And the little module we need is this one here. That's the horn relay, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna unpin this little thing, so we have that. It's a bit rusty in here, right? Might put some grease or something. Just go with that. All right, so we're gonna unpin that. This one we never did so far, so we're gonna have to take a look on what we're gonna use with that one. I'm gonna take the unpinning tools. Oh, and yeah, I need to remember where everything's going, right? So, looking at the lonely wire at the bottom, that's the full yellow, then yellow with white strip on left and green with white strip on right. So this is it. I don't know if the camera can see it, but at least I just told that. So if I'm not seeing it, I'm gonna find back the information on the VOD. What are you seeing, Kev? So anything with sustain or high G-force, in other words, when I stop turning, my eyes say I stop turning, but my brain is convinced I'm still turning and panics. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's the way, the easiest way to understand the way you're feeling inside a car. That's crazy, honestly. When you think of it, that's really, really crazy. That one's brain can make you feel like this. It's like insane. I can see the little tab I need to push. But it won't get pushed easily. So please just release yourself, sir. All right, I'm gonna do the other one then. There you go. Now last one. There's like too much space at the top there. That's why it's not getting released. Try on the other side there. Gonna try with another one. Come on, man. Hey, there you go. Oh, that one had quite a bad life, to be fair. There's oxidation on that, but it was working, so we're not gonna mess with that. It's just the horn, but like, I'm okay with that. So, with that said, let's bring some sleeves for the top of it. I put all the sleeves together there, and I'm gonna grab, I think, that one or the smallest one. That one seems pretty good. So I'm gonna push the wires through the same kind of flume we use inside the car. I'm gonna burn the tip of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right away. Almost throw that on the ground. So basically I'm just going to melt a little bit the end there, just making sure it's not going to go anywhere, just like you're doing with the tip of a rope, like the big yellow rope. And then I'm gonna use also, I had the shrink tube kit in here. We're gonna put that through there. So we're gonna be able to shrink that at the end there, which is awesome. So let's use that. This, like that, going at the bottom here. Then we're gonna put the sleeves on top there. Just going to push them all three at once. Yeah, so far that's working pretty great. I just need to make sure I'm not doing a crazy thing like that. Like this. Now I'm gonna cut the right amount of things I need. Knife is here, the end is here. I'm just going to pull it back a little bit. And then cut. There we go. Then I'm gonna burn the tip of that side too. There you go. Oh, I miss quite a huge one. Ad break is done. Part of your explanation about my problem during my meeting, and it was accurate. You don't need to read rest, but I'm dropping it here. Curious the official name. I don't have to read the rest, but I'm reading it anyway. Okay, and yeah, so I missed that. I thought that the big text at first was basically my Nightbot saying, hey, you want to be part of this project? Well, pay me and you're gonna get your name on the car. And I was like, oh. I don't know if at some point some people are gonna put a bit more money on there. Like so far, I just have Val who did that, and I'm okay with it. Like I don't care. Like I said, the project is going on no matter what. But like at the same time, I had a few friends who convinced me to do something like that. That said, if you do that, of course I'm gonna pay. And I was like, cool. And they are not there at the moment, but at the same time I feel like people might be waiting for the project getting closer and closer to the end, just so they feel like yes, it's getting somewhere and they're gonna do that at the end, maybe. But like I said, no matter what, that's a car I want, so for me that's gonna be one of the best car out there because it's gonna be mine. I'm trying to build the beast I ever wanted to drive, so that's the awesome part. All right, am I able to pin that back in place now? So we said the lonely little thing at the bottom, yellow. When looking at it this way, that was yellow with black strip and then green with white strip there. Let's go. And then looking like this, looking like that, and just making sure that it's going back to its place like this. Was it like this? No, it was like that. So I need to make sure I'm not putting too much strength on it. So that's gonna be the way to do it. That, and then we're gonna be good. Oh my God, it's looking good. It's looking so great. Okay, let's bring some power close to it. Let's bring the heat gun close to it. And we're gonna shrink those shrink tube. The body loom is gonna be great. Ow, that was my elbow. Yikes. There we go. So shrinking that tube now. If I can do it. Why is there a fly going on my nose? There we go. Then we're gonna pin it back in place, making sure it's still fitting. So far so good. With that, with this, like this. Everything back in place, like this. Like that, like that. Prum, 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 prum. Like that. And then, now that we see everything is locked, we can shrink that one. There we go. All right, so this one I would have loved to have a bit more loose on it to pin it back, to pin it at the back there. I don't think that's gonna be possible, so we're gonna have to see if we are just changing the end here. We can unwrap that and bring it back a bit more on the side here. Because yeah, I thought I will be able to run it through the firewall there, but doesn't seem like it's gonna be a possibility. So we're gonna have to take a look at this. Oh, I did something wrong in here. Let me repair that. There's a little plastic tab who's not in its place. Nothing that's gonna change anything for our setup, but you know, might as well put it back in place so it looks good. All right, that, then this, then that. Pom 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 pom. There, and then this one. There we go. But I'm still okay with that, because basically just a wire hanging like this is not a big deal. I would love to lock it somewhere, so yeah, no, let's try to lock it, because it's safer if it's not moving. So we're gonna be unwrapping the part here, which sucks a little bit, but better do that now than when everything is in the car. Only thing, I'm gonna have to pull that out. I don't know if pulling these tabs gonna help. There you go. Did I break it? No, it's just a little bit climbing there. Let's just do that. Let's just do this. There we go. There we go. Boom, easy. Easy win. So with that here, we're gonna be able to wrap it up better. So that was a mistake here to do that first. I should have done that once everything's in place. Is that the end here? Yes, it is. Easy. Now that I think about it, we could even do that a little bit different than that. All right, so we have that here. Let me just cut that. There we go. Here. And I can bring that up here. Yep, we could do something like this, that will work. Oh, you know, the only thing is that we have these wires too at the bottom there. Let's just do that, like that, like this. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. There. Pom 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 pom. That's gonna be even better than it was. So we're gonna have a bit of wire here that's not covered because I didn't plan on moving that back there. Maybe we can. Oh yeah, I can push that a little bit because the shrink tube is really over the sleeve, so we might be able to do something. Yeah, it's better. All right, we are removing any loose that we had in there, which is awesome. I can take that. Then just move that around there. go ahead with that. Because basically I want to seal that to make sure no water is gonna leak inside here by the wiring loom, which would suck a little bit because water is bad. There we go. And with that said, we can just use that. Go ahead and pull that here. Let me try to even bring more loose in here. There we go. Boom, almost nothing left. There you go, boom. We could drill a hole in here and just put another clamp like this. That will secure that. All right, and I have smaller clamp for these ones. That one's really too small, so. Right there you go. Let's use one. Okay, bye. Let's use one of these. So these ones here are really smaller. I said the other one was too small. Maybe it wasn't, to be fair. Because this one's a bit too big, so not better. By the way, good morning everyone who's here. I didn't saw there was that many people in here. Love it. Time for some coffee. And now imagine when everything's gonna be black on black. That's gonna look cool. Yeah, that one's perfect, in fact. There, and just plugging that somewhere around here. I don't think the wheel's gonna be a problem in here. So we should be fine. That or even there. Yeah, I think somewhere around here will be good. Just pushing that right there. All right, let's grab the drill. And I think the drill bit on it, maybe a bit too big, maybe a bit too big. That seems more accurate. Let's see. Remember the tricks, guys. When you want to see the drill bit you're gonna use, just compare it, and yeah, that one seems pretty good. Maybe a bit too small. We're gonna see that. We're gonna try it. I'm just going to drill a hole somewhere around here. Maybe in a place that we already fill a hole, who knows? But at least this one, we know we need it compared to all the other ones. Yep, that's a bit too small for that kind of end here. So let me just grab one size bigger, two size bigger. Bigger is better. Oh, fun fact, I saw something this weekend, Saturday I think, where they were comparing the exhaust system for a turbo LS like we're gonna have in here, and basically bigger is better is the way to go with a turbo LS, so the more you know. All right, that's a bit loose, but that's gonna work. I could put another one in here, I guess. That would work and clip it right in place. This way we will be pretty good, actually. Yep, let's do that. Let's put one last one. I hope I'm not going too crazy on that. But yeah, basically the Turbo LS exhaust system test was pretty cool to see, because basically they tried 3 inches, 3.5 inches, and 4 inches. And there was, between the 3 and the 4 inches, there was like 40 to 60 HP difference on the same exact engine with the same exact turbo. So that was pretty insane to see. And with that said, we're gonna go with 3.5 on this car, so that's pretty cool. All right, so this is going right under it, so I'm gonna put that hole right in here, I guess, or in here. That's looking better. That's looking great. How tight is it? That's gonna be like this. Let me put that right here, I think. That's gonna be good. There. Holding that there or there. I don't want it to be too high. Yep, somewhere around here seems the best. Let's try. Also, Thursday evening we play. Please, I'll be home around 8:30. 8:30 means my 9:30. Yeah, sure. I have a class I'm teaching that night, but I'm gonna be back home at 8:30 my time, which means you're 7:30. So I'm gonna have time to eat my lunch and everything. So yeah, sure. Like I said, I'm gonna be playing most night. I think I'm on a killing spree for a few quests. So mostly scav, but I also have like 2 out of 5 suppressed bolt action kill on PMCs and stuff like that. So yeah, sure. Oh, front cam. I got my first fake item case ever. Just wanted to say that. Like yesterday was first LEDX, was first money case, and was first fake item case ever. Never got that in Tarkov. So I'm happy with that. So that was 3 big things yesterday. So yesterday I took off from streaming, and that was worth it. No one's gonna say something against that. It was freaking worth it. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, so anytime, like I said, that gave me just a little hype to keep going on the grinding this wipe. So I'll be there for sure. Dual side. Hey. So yeah, I just finished the quest I needed for that thick case, and that was so good. So happy with it. I don't even remember the quest it was, but I did it. That's what matters. Now I have to kill PMCs with the flashlight things. Not the flashlight, the flashbang. I need to stun them. Stun grenade action incoming. There we go. There. That's neat. Have one here, and the other one is right behind that bar. Love it. All right. So there we go. So that wire is gonna be good. We're gonna have the positive terminal on this side here, negative on this side, even though my OCD tells me it's not the proper way. I just don't want that to be too extended, so that's gonna look neat like this. We're even going to put that probably on the corner right here, something like this, like just trying to hide them a little bit. So that's neat, that's done. I won't wrap that one here on top. Might put just a tiny tie wrap on it. In fact, that would be great. I think I still have some. Yeah. And I'm getting also closer and closer to level 38, just like you, Hawk. I'm trying to keep up. I'm really trying hard to keep up, even though I'm not playing every night and everything, and like a lot of time every day or anything. I don't say you do. I'm just saying I try to keep up with the schedule I have. I think you are on the same boat as me on that one, right? Crazy schedule and still trying to grind that game, that freaking addictive game. Oh no, is it not long enough? Shit. Tarkov addictive? Nah. Bullshit. Never seen someone addicted to that game. Yeah, same, I wish, but honestly, I wish, and at the same time, it's the wipe I've played the most so far, because you will get that eventually about me, but yeah, basically I'm the kind of guy to always have 20,000 projects on its plate, which means finding time for all of them is pretty hard. And that's just how I am. Like right now, I need to start working on Extra Life. It's in a month, so I have to start doing tests, plan the challenges I'm gonna have over there, reach to my people to see who's gonna be there, plan on in the house how we're gonna make everything work again. So yeah, a lot of things coming up. And so in a month, it's going to be the 24-hour challenge for raising fund for the children, the sick children in hospital. So basically, Extra Life tries to bring them support, equipment to just make their hospital stay a little bit less painful, a little bit more fun, even though like when they are there, it's basically because, man, they have some pretty serious health issues, so that's what we're gonna do, raise fund for them in a month. And this year is gonna be mental, honestly. That's gonna be mental. Front cam. Front cam. Hey, that's the first time I miss it, all right. You don't wanna cooperate? There you go, boom, with the mouse. Yeah, that year, this year is gonna be mental, cause that's gonna be the biggest objective ever, like the biggest goal ever. Not gonna lie, guys, I feel like I shouldn't say that, but I feel like we might be missing the main goal this year for the first time. Like, I was thinking that last year with the $5,000, we were not gonna make it. It took until the very, very end of it to make it happen. And this year, I'm setting the goal even further up. However, the challenge is gonna be up there too. So that's the only thing that could be the main reason why it happens or not. All right, I'm just gonna say it right away. Basically, you know, I'm a teacher, I'm a wannabe streamer, I'm working in cinema, so I'm really the kind of guy who's usually behind the camera, except when I'm streaming, but like always doing that on a really small scale and everything. This year, if we reach $7,500 for Extra Life, and I'm gonna try to have more people than last year coming by the stream, helping me during the 24-hour challenge and everything. But if we get there, last year the challenge at 5,000 was me bleaching my hair. Seems like I like it enough, so I keep it until now. And I still need to. I need a new appointment now because they are getting a bit long right there. But yeah, this year, if we reach the goal, I'm gonna give my name for a humor challenge where basically I have to go on stage and make jokes for 3 minutes. It's a 1 minute. It's a stand-up comedy. There is in Montreal where they accept anyone, and it's called the Gong Show. So basically, if you are bad, they can hit the gong at any moment and then they start roasting the shit out of you. So they are like, yo, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, you look so weird with that. And like, what's that character you're doing? Is it a character? Like, honestly, if you're like that in real life, you're so annoying to anyone, that's for sure. And like, they can be really harsh with people. Yeah, walk-in stand-up comedy. So basically, it's a concept they started over here. Anyone can jump in there. Like, they don't want really well-known people, artists, call them however you want it. But yeah, they want some unknown people in there, and you can like give your name. And I think it's up to it takes 3 to 4 months to have a like your I was an appointment, but like your chance to go there. And yeah, so that's gonna be the challenge. So like I said, it was hard to hit $5,000 last year. $7,500 is gonna be even harder. Honestly, I feel like that might be the year where I'm not reaching my goal, but at least the challenge is up there. Like, it's not like I'm gonna shave my beard, or I'm gonna bleach my hair, or shave my head. I'm going in front of thousands of people watching that because it's on YouTube. They have a Patreon, and there's people in front of you there. So basically, it's thousands of people. They output 2 episodes every week at the moment, and yeah, it's crazy. And like, it's the same 2 guys hosting the show, and they always have like a special guest who's a professional in the field usually. And yeah, the 3 of them can roast the shit out of you. And one thing I told myself is, if I'm going over there, I want to make sure that I won't be there like, oh, you know, I'm here just because I raise money for kids. No, I don't want to use that as a go easy on me card with these guys. I really want to keep that for me until the very end, where I'm saying like, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do in here, just because I'm here because we raise money for sick children in hospitals. So that's the idea. I'm throwing that right there. That's the highest goal there's gonna be this year, and there's gonna be other goal through the entire fundraising in 24 hours. So that's gonna be crazy. I honestly, if I had to guess, the best show I could make, I cannot make it. Like, the best jokes and the best like sketch I could put together, I cannot make it, because it will be about the fact I'm teaching and how the Gen Z and the kids and like just increase, like make it way worse than it is in reality, but go ahead with like, oh, they don't care about anything, and like just push a few real things that happened to me in the last 5 years. But since I'm still teaching, I cannot really do a sketch on that, and maybe have like the direction committee see that on YouTube one day. So I need to keep it a bit low on that point, but that will be so good, because honestly, there's crazy stuff that happened to me in the last few years when I was teaching. Like, just a quick one. Oh, I hope there's no student in here right now. But I mean, the student from this year, they don't care. I had a guy at one point who basically had banged his head on his desktop, but like really hard, with no reason, when I was teaching something like random. And I was just saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be doing that and this, and for that reason, and the guy just went bam, bam, bam on the desk, and I was like, what the fuck? Honestly, that was crazy. So yeah, that kind of things. All right, I cannot really say too much on that. I think, I'm not sure how legal or not it is, but that's just between you and me. So where were we? I unfocused from what I was doing with that dual side. All right, so with that said, ground, we're gonna have the ground coming up here. Probably that this one we might be deleting part of it or just reconnect that differently. We're gonna try to basically bring that to the negative terminal up here and connect one to the frame rail at the bottom here. So I don't know exactly which one we're gonna do, we're gonna use for that. And then from the main ground, the main negative terminal here, we're gonna also ground the engine. Honestly, we could almost entirely remove that by just grounding the frame rail and this all together, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will just make sure we have a good ground on the frame rail and in here, then from the terminal go and ground the frame rail itself and the engine block, which will work too. So that's gonna be awesome, but first of all, let's keep going on attaching everything together. So for closing this morning stream, I'm gonna try to just go ahead and fix everything at the bottom here in place and prepare everything here. Before the beginning of next stream, I'm gonna bring, we have the headlights, but I'm gonna bring the horn. I'm gonna bring maybe the fenders also to have the parking light on the side there, like the side marker and stuff like that. And maybe the front bumper to have the blinker. So with that, the turn signal. So yeah, so with that, we're gonna be able to use all the connectors in here and make an extension for everything and make sure everything's working great in there. So that's the idea. So let's see how we can pull that off. So yeah, let's go. Maybe we're gonna have to reach in here and get even more wire out of here. I think we're not doing too bad, but yeah, I feel like maybe the headlight one we're missing a little bit. Maybe I can just pull on it, because yeah, basically I have to cut somewhere around here, pin that to a connector and pin that one to another connector coming at the back here. So yeah, but for that we need to make sure everything is in place properly. This so yeah, so we're gonna put one connector at the bottom, well, one hole at the bottom here and connect that. We're gonna use the drill bit for that one. I'm gonna make sure, because we're not using the exact same thing, so I'm gonna make sure we are not having too big of a drill bit there. I don't think so, but yeah, better be safe than sorry. It's a bit close. I'm gonna downsize the drill bit by 1 or 2 steps, I think. These one are inverted, I think. Are they? No, they're not. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. So I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be quite in the corner there, just because I wanna make sure it's gonna stay there. There we go. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other corner and see if we need one in the middle. So this way everything's gonna be secured in place. All right, that one is a bit too small. So we're gonna go with a bigger one. Maybe the one I had was okay, but I wanted to make sure. Whoops. Well, that one didn't do a lot of difference in there, so we're gonna keep with the one we had. I think it was okay then. So that's the size for these kind of clamp. Sounds good. Noted. Yep, that's working perfectly. There we go. And then bringing that up here, we're gonna make sure we're having the same kind of hole in here. I can make it a little bit lower. There we go. I'm gonna grab another one of these tie wrap thing. Honestly, these are awesome. I really enjoy using that kind of stuff. Just feel good, and it just feel like you're doing that properly, not just using freaking weird low-end tie wraps, which will be not as great. Go in there, please, sir. There you go. And yeah, as you can see, we're gonna need another one right in the middle here. So we're gonna put that because we want to make sure everything's gonna be all right. And also, hopefully, it won't be in the way of. Because usually it's coming at the top here, so hopefully it's not going to be in the way of the radiator in there. But we're gonna deal with that. I'm not afraid to just put a little angle on the radiator if needed, so that's no big deal. We're gonna make sure everything's working great, but I really want the loom to be at the bottom there, because that's gonna look good. There we go. One last tie wrap for the middle there. Ouch, there's some sharp stuff in there. That's gonna be more like this, I think. No, this. That here, that there. Just going like this. Oh, also last Thursday, I mean, I went to do some climbing again after many years, like I think 5 to 6 years of not doing anything related to that, and gosh, that was cool. I really miss that. I think I'm gonna go back quite soon because it was really, really cool to do. Like, I've been doing climbing for many years, like maybe 3-4 years before I bought the house, but now with the house it's a bit far from the climbing places I used to go, and but I just realized that after teaching at night I could drop there and have a blast and have fun, and yeah, it was pretty fun, so I might go back eventually. Coffee. So the morning's going pretty well, to be fair. How good is that looking compared to what it was? Let's hide these while you're in here just so it's cleaner. Same at the back here, we're gonna be able to hide that. Then there's gonna be the ground, but that can be hanging in there for now. And here, basically, we're gonna have to extend the wire just the same way as we did on the other side, and same with these ones. We're gonna be adding a bit of a sleeve on there because there's the windshield washer pump and stuff like that. Oh, that's true. I think the washer pump, we had a bit of problem with how it was fitting in here, right? It was hitting, I think, on something. Maybe I want to bring that back and take a look again, because I feel like that's gonna be one of the big deal in there. So basically, if I remember correctly, Let me do this. So we have our new brake booster, master cylinder and everything. And I think that the pump themselves are blocking the way. So we're gonna have to install that first and see if once it's installed, it's working or not. So maybe, let's see, maybe it would, but I don't think. Right now I'm just scratching it. So I will need to remove that and take a look at this. I don't know if we can make that like a remote thing. I think we can, because the way it's done, this is just feeding the windshield washer to the pump, and then the pump are acting as a, well, as a pump. It's pressurizing the line and squirting the windshield washer on your windshields, which means technically I feel like we could use something else. We can do something better, or just relocate these, but that was not the main plan. And yeah, that one is pretty rusty. I would love to change them. There's one that I don't need also. I don't know which one it is. I guess it's the second one here, because that one was either for the rear window or the front headlights, because the headlight buckets had the windshield washer for them, which we don't really need. So I think that small one was for that, and the big one here is the one we really need to keep. So we're gonna have to take a look at this, but yeah, just looking at the hose and how they are done, I'm pretty sure we can relocate the pump if it's the only thing in the way. So yeah, before doing that, I think that's gonna be a good idea to put back a few things in here, just making sure everything we need is in place. Because the accessories like that, if we're gonna have to extend the wiring loop even in there, it's good to know to what extent we need that, because we have also the windshield washer sensor on top of it, so for the level sensor. So that's gonna be something we're gonna have to do, and I think that's gonna be the plan for this afternoon. Because yeah, basically if we are putting the accessory back in here, then if at the front here we are putting back the headlights, turn signal, parking lights on the side and stuff like that, the horn, we're gonna make sure that everything goes to its place, and it should be perfect. So, well, perfect, it should work properly. So yeah, front cam. All right, so on that, it is pretty much 12, right? So I think I'm gonna stop it there for this morning. Like I said, we're gonna try to fit this afternoon the windshield washer tank in there, and then some accessories like lights and stuff, and maybe even the fenders. At least now we will need both of them. Oh man, I'm gonna have to bring them back in here. Oh, that's not cool. But if we fit them back, we're gonna see also if we make something stupid with adding those braces on the side like the one we see right here, because these ones, they should clear everything, but we just need to make sure. Same with right next to the windshield washer thing, the module we put in there, we need to make sure it clears everything. So we're gonna have quite a lot of fun with that. On this, guys, I'm gonna say good lunch, have a good one, and I'll see you in 2 hours from now for another stream on the Datsun, working on the wiring loom and stuff like that. So see you guys, have a good lunch, bye.